wanted me to put out, I was like, well, don't step in my line then. Oh, hey there. I'm Andy Rahathi. This is the first of hopefully a few, maybe many more online YouTube shows. What we're trying to do is just bring golf a bit to life in here in Ottawa and the surrounding area. So we're at Smuggler's Glen, and this is the first episode. A little bit about me. I'm a Vice President with Club EG and a PGA of Canada professional, going through the apprentice program right now. So what that means is that I have to do a bit of homework, play a lot of golf. Just kidding, I hardly play any golf anymore. And then in a few years I'll have my Class A. So this show is all about sort of raw interviews with people. This is unedited, just very basic little show for you guys to watch, and hopefully you enjoy it. It's going to cover things from etiquette to lessons to interviews with some golfers that we know in the city and covering a bunch of different golf courses. So like I said, we're at Smuggler's Glen here, and I'm joined with Jason Boyce and Alan McGee. So Jason, we'll start with you. You're the Director of Golf. First year in that role, I understand, and previously you were the head greenskeeper. So again, this is a great place, Smuggler's Glen. Just talk about the year at Smuggler's Glen and how everything went with your role and with the golf course.
The golf course, we've had a fantastic year. I mean, there was a lot of rain in the area, but we fortunately dodged a lot of that. But it was really nice temperatures for playing a lot of golf. It wasn't too hot, not too cold. So, but our rounds are up this year, and yeah, the feedback's been great. So the golf course is in fantastic shape for you guys for this weekend.
Sounds great. I play this course at least once a year, usually twice, and I love it. It's got so much character. My thoughts are that most people probably are the same way. They play it once or twice a year just because of the distance for some. It's more of a resort course. Someone who hasn't played it, what would they expect when they come here?
For those that are the first time here, they're definitely surprised. A little bit of a wow factor. The elevation changes that are within the property are a little bit breathtaking, especially once you come through the first couple of holes in C3 and C4. You're impressed once you see the third hole, and then you see the fourth again, and you're like, holy. And but you know, it's a really nice casual atmosphere. You're here in the Thousand Islands. You're out of the city. You've got the riverfront, the St. Lawrence River, right in front of you here, and then you know, the opportunity to go over to the Glen House Resort, you know, and have a great dinner riverfront. It's a nice, relaxing, beautiful place to be.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And Alan McGee knows this course very well as well. He's won a few events here. Quite the year for you, Al. You have an outstanding resume. Flagstick shootout, amateur shootout is held here every year, and you've won that. The BMG Cup is a 3-series event held by Flagstick, and you've won each of those events, and you've won the BMG Cup 2 years in a row, I believe, the first 2 times we've had it. Ottawa Sun Scramble, 6-time champion. OVGA City and District, 6 years in a row. When the Ottawa Citizen was here, you won that. A lot of other local events. So I'm going to start with a question that I'm sure a lot of golfers would want to ask you if they had the chances. Why aren't you playing on the PGA Tour?
Well, as you know, I have a family. Actually, some people don't know that, but I do have a family, so commitment level there. I did try getting on the tour. Missed my card actually back when Brad Fritsch made it on the tour. We were in the same group together. He got his card. I've definitely thought about going back again. You know, maybe when the kids are a little older, and if I can stay in shape, maybe the senior tour. I'm not too far away. So right now, you know, I'm just absolutely loving the game of golf. I do a little bit of work with Club EG and Slammer Tour. Love that. Love my competitive golf / amateur. I mean, it's not as stressful. You don't have that. You have to make a living doing it. This is fun for me. Yet I can still be competitive. So that's what I think is the reason why I'm not going anywhere and staying here for a while and just enjoying the game.
I've been fortunate to play with you a few times this year and last year, and I certainly learned a lot playing with you. One thing that I think a lot of people, you know, have the image of really good golfers is that they're kind of hard to approach, but you couldn't be a nicer guy. You know, you're the type of guy I certainly want to beat, but you're too nice to get mad at if I lose to. So you're a very approachable guy. If anyone has questions, of course, they ask you, and that's a great way to be. So thanks both to you for being on today. And Al, we're going to go out to the driving range and do a bit of lessons. Yeah, so thanks again, guys.
Thanks for having us.
We were just on our way out the door, and I came by and I noticed our flagstick booth, which they have one of these in every pro shop in the Eastern Ontario region and in some other local outlets for golf. Very great guys, Flagstick. They're covering all the news that you'd need as a golfer. They get the magazines, or you can just go online to flagstick.com and they have online issues. Great partners of ours as well. They run some great events and do some good things. So make sure you check out flagstick.com, Jeff and Scott. So we're gonna head outside now. It might be a bit loud because we have an event here this weekend and people like music to get pumped up for golf. So we're gonna head out and we're gonna find somebody. Follow me. So it's a bit of a chillier weekend. It's about 12 degrees. Come on over. You're dressed quite well for the weather here, I see. You got some golf mitts on. This looks extremely warm with layers and some rain pants. So this weekend it's about 12 degrees, might be raining, windy. You're perfectly dressed for it, so you don't mind golfing in weather like this, right?
Not at all. Prepared. Fully prepared.
Is it better golfing in the fall or in the heat of the summer?
Summer.
Summer?
I mean fall.
Okay, well enjoy the weekend and make sure if you are playing in the fall you dress appropriately. It's all the same, so enjoy. All right, we're out here with Tim Baines from the Ottawa Sun. Tim, welcome.
Good to see you.
Everything is good?
I can't complain. Smuggler's Glen weekend with some awesome people.
So you've been doing a lot of stuff with the Red Blacks, the main guy to cover the Red Blacks. This is all golf related, so I just want to ask any of the Red Blacks golfers that you know of?
I played golf with two of them a couple of weeks ago at Rideau View. Defensive lineman Moten Hopkins, who weighs about 270. Linebacker Travis Brown, who probably goes in about 210. So we went and played a little golf, Moten and I, against Travis. Moten putted really well, and well, we lost. But
What are you weighing at?
I could be a red black almost.
Nice.
Well, except for the fact that I'm 30 years too old.
Well, we're partners as well, the Ottawa Sun and Club EG. We operate the Ottawa Sun Scramble. You play in it every year. It's a great event. Every type of division for every type of golfer. It's a good way to get involved in some competitive golf because it is a two-person scramble. How did you guys do this year? You were partnered with Don Brennan.
I wanted to say, though, I played in a lot of different divisions. Actually, with Chris Stevenson, I played in A. I'm not sure I played in B, but I played seniors open 1 year, and I'm in C. I'm just trying to find the division that best fits me. Like, maybe I should move to D or E next year. Well, Don and I did make the cut. As usual, we made the cut, but then we kind of crashed and burned on day two, and I probably have to take a lot of the blame for that.
If you became a consistent golfer, you could find the right division maybe, right? It's just consistency maybe?
It's consistency and maybe lack of beer on that day.
Oh, sounds great.
Oh, I didn't say. Did I say lack of beer?
What's your favorite kind of beer?
My favorite kind of beer. What's the right answer for that? I like a lot of beer.
I like Alexander Keith's,
I like
Michelob
Keith's.
Ultra, because Michelob Ultra is good for this, right?
Mick Ultra is good for that. I mean, I'll drink Coors Light, Corona.
Corona's a
Keith's,
good one.
Keith's I like. Go to the States and they're, Yingling.
Yeah,
Yingling's
Yuengling's
another
a good one.
favorite.
Well, enjoy the weekend. Thanks for hanging out with us here for a couple minutes. Appreciate it. And
Thanks.
just so you know, we're doing a 15 to 20 minute YouTube sort of show series, all golf related. So again, we do appreciate you having in our first episode.
Looking forward to a fun day of golf and shenanigans. A fun day of golf.
Thanks, Tim.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Well, we're here on the Smuggler's Glen driving range with, bar none, one of the best golfers in the city. We already talked about his resume, that proves it. So we're out here and we're going to talk to some beginner golfers, because I get a lot of emails and some calls, and when I'm at events, beginners coming up to me. These are the people who are shooting probably around 100, and they want some advice. Obviously, one quick fix isn't the right answer. I ask them what their general problems are, and it always comes down to them not having solid ball contact. So I want to talk to Al about ball contact, because I played with him lots. He's got excellent ball striking. I tell the people that, you know what, you got to hit the ball solidly, then we can work on the draw that you want or the cut. And Al, just, I think basics are like, you know, you hear it so often, is weight transfer, back front to front foot. How important is that in your golf swing and like when in your thought process, the weight transfer?
Well,
probably comes a little more natural to me than most. But whenever I am dealing with not necessarily beginners, but other amateurs, and I'm helping them out, I consider hitting a golf ball the same as throwing a baseball. So, you know, stance, posture, grip, all that aside, you're never going to be at the ball doing this. So if you envision yourself throwing a baseball, you load up on your back foot and you transfer your weight onto your front side.
Okay, let's see one.
That's the fundamentals of the golf swing. So it's just back foot and then through the front.
Got all ball there. Okay, so if someone's hitting the ball fat or chunky, they're hitting behind the ball, what would be the first thing you would tell them?
I'd say most people, when they hit it fat or chunky, it's usually because they're here and then they fall back, which drops the club back. So if you're going to hit it fat, you're usually sitting on your back foot. So once again, it is about the weight transfer. I mean, Gary Player is one of the best. I don't think he's ever hit a fat shot in his life, but he's also never been on his back foot in his life. You know, Gary Player was one to walk through the shot.
Okay, so is it as simple to say that when you're coming down on the ball, you need to feel like everything is on your front foot?
Well, if I'm struggling, I like to feel top of the backswing, everything's on the inside of my right foot.
Yeah.
So the inside of my back, and then as I'm transferring, now it goes 95% on the left. This is just to keep you balanced.
Yeah, I love that. So we're gonna watch one more swing there, but if you're having trouble hitting the ball properly and you're chunking a lot of shots or hitting them thin, think about that weight transfer. Don't worry about anything else. No matter where the ball goes for now, just focus on ball contact, back foot, front foot, back foot, front foot. All right, sign off with a good one here, Al. All right, this is one piece of our etiquette guide plan to encourage golfers to conform to the etiquette that we all know and love in golf. So this one's going to be how to fix a ball mark. Whether you make one on the green or not, you can certainly fix one. I'm going to show you how really easy and the proper way, because a lot of people don't do it properly. Also, if you think that you aren't good enough to make ball marks, that's wrong. I play with golfers who shoot over 100 all the time, and those shots from 50 yards that kind of skid along the green, those are the worst ball marks, so we got to make sure we fix them. So we're on the Smuggler's Glen putting green, and I hope they don't mind me doing this because I'm going to fix the mark anyways, but here we go. All right, I made a little dent right there. It's a pretty easy one to fix. The trick is you do not want to lift up. I'm just using a tee, but if you have one of those two-pronged ball divot repair fixers, it's a lot better. So even with the tee though, you want to push forward. You got to use a bit of muscle. Don't lift up because that pulls the roots up. So I go in on the side and I just push it forward. Okay, look at that, beautiful. It's back to where it was. Remove the stone so the next golfer doesn't get bothered. And then you're going to take your putter and your flatten it, or you can do it with your shoe, but the putter head is a bit better. That's how you fix a ball mark. The greens are going to be rolling nice and smooth. Thanks again for tuning into the Executive Golf YouTube channel to check out our first of many shows. Again, I hope you enjoyed it. The plan is to have 15 to 20 minutes, a few of these every few weeks, covering a lot of different stuff. If you subscribe to the Executive Golf YouTube channel, you'll get notifications when there's a new one. You can also leave comments below or email myself, andy@executivegolf.ca. I'd love to hear what you guys want on the show. Our plan is to do whatever is drawn crowds, so we want to cover as much as we can and make it as interesting for you guys. So leave comments, subscribe, email me at andy@executivegolf.ca, and thanks again for tuning in.